Okay, so those of you who are interested in the environmental science, geography, or earth science pathways, welcome to Lancaster Environment Centre. So behind me here, this is the LEC Atrium. This is a popular meeting spot for students and staff and some of the co-located companies that work here in LEC. So here we are in Lab A, which is one of the big teaching labs that geography students, environmental science and earth science students take advantage of. So in this lab, we cover all aspects of hydrology, geology. As you'll see on the benches here, we've got an array of different mineral types, sedimentary rocks, we've got metamorphic rocks, and then taking thin sections and looking at the crystal structure under microscopes. Students will bring samples in from the environment. It could be to do with soil science, it could be aspects of hydrology. We have flume tanks in here. We look at fluid dynamics and the flow of nutrients and solutes in water. And also it's a lab that is used by project or dissertation students during the summer as well. So here we have a thin film section of micromineral. So this is taken with a petrological microscope. And often we will use polarized light to look at the different crystal structures, primarily to identify that mineral type. But we can see different parts of the mineral structure and use that to identify its age and also its geological location as well. In the environmental sciences, you can cover all aspects of looking at the environment, and this particular lab is dedicated to looking at trace organic chemicals, particularly contaminants, so chemicals that arise from everyday activities to do with the clothes we wear, the paint, solvents, applications in industry. And these instruments will analyse for trace levels of very persistent chemicals that can accumulate in the environment. And as an environmental science pathway student, you could end up doing a dissertation where you're looking at these chemicals in water, air, soil, and you could spend time with PhD students and postdocs processing those samples and analysing them on instruments like this GCMS, where we have mass spectrometry, or LCMS to look at things like pharmaceuticals and other compounds that are problems in the water sector. Within LEC, we also host the Centre for Ecology and Hydrology, or CEH. And CEH are completely separate from Lancaster University. They are a government organisation dedicated to all aspects of the environment. So one of their big areas is looking at the landscape of the UK and using GIS to demark different land use activities. And as students here on the environmental and geography pathways, you could take a project associated with CEH scientists.